Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my reaction videos. So today I'm going to be reacting to the new episode of Death Battle, which just came out, which is Boba Fett from Star Wars versus the Predator from the Predator franchise. I'm personally really excited for this episode. I think it kind of snuck up on me, actually. I wasn't thinking about it too much leading up to today, and that's not to say I'm not excited for it, I definitely am, but it definitely kind of snuck up on me a little bit, and I'm really excited to see what Death Battle does with this episode. I'm excited to see what they do with the animation, with the analyses. I just think it has potential to be a lot of fun. In terms of who I'm rooting for, I'm definitely rooting for Boba Fett. I've known Star Wars a lot longer than any Predator material, and, Boba Fett is also one of my favorite Star Wars characters in general, so, I gotta root for Boba. In terms of who I think is going to win, however, it's a little complicated. I made a prediction 2 weeks ago talking about why I thought Boba Fett will win the fight, but granted, back then I was assuming Death Battle was going to use a version of the Predator that was more popular, like a jungle hunter predator or a city hunter predator, because there's a whole race of predators that vary wildly in terms of their weaponry and how strong they are, etc., etc. And I just thought because of that, Death Battle was either going to use a more popular version or make a composite version of basically like all the predators together, which I thought didn't really make a lot of sense because, again, it's a race. It's not just one predator throughout different continuities or anything like that, but I wasn't really sure what Death Battle was going to do. However, now it's been brought to my attention that it seems what Death Battle is doing is using a pre-established version of the Predator that has a lot of elements of other predators, like a lot of other predators. They're basically like the strongest predators out there, which honestly I'm perfectly fine with. It's not like the most popular version of the Predator, but at least like they're not, forcing a composite version, and there's actually a legitimate version of the Predator that uses a lot of the elements of the other predators. So I'm perfectly fine with Death Battle using that version of the Predator. However, I don't know who's going to win because of that, Like, in terms of who I think is going to win now, I think Boba Fett still has some of his own advantages, but of course there's going to be some technology and some skills that I wasn't thinking of for Predator beforehand. So I really don't know. I think there's a case to be made that this is one of the closest fights so far in Season 9, so I'm perfectly fine just, going in relatively blind and seeing what happens. So without further ado, let's get started.
This episode is sponsored by Mint Mobile and HelloFresh.
Alright, well there you go. That means we're gonna get 2 ads in this episode, but that's alright, I'll just skip through them. But here we go. The mid-season finale.
The greatest bounty hunter
the formal mid-season finale.
Far away. And the Predator, the monstrous manslayer from beyond the stars. There's nothing quite like the thrill of the hunt, especially when you're chasing that most dangerous game.
Oh yeah.
Humans, we're tugging face
that's the fun stuff.
And space wizards. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, let's go. I'm excited. Bring it on.
Throughout the galaxy, few names are as feared as Boba Fett. When you've got the greatest army
as far as quote-unquote normal people go, at least.
No big surprise.
Although Boba Fett's not normal at all. So what am I saying?
Wrest control of the Galactic Republic, the Sith Lords Darth Sidious and Tyrannus secretly organized the construction of a clone army based on the genetic code of the galaxy's greatest bounty hunter at the time, Jango Fett.
Yep.
On one condition. Jango Unchained got to keep one unaltered clone as his son, Boba, who became a cute little murderer just like his pop. Well, that is until Jango,
yeah, Boba Fett was doing a lot of crazy stuff even when he was a kid.
Headstrong as his father, Boba swore vengeance on the Jedi and devoted his life to becoming as deadly an assassin as his forebears.
Oh yeah.
Because the Fetts aren't just
a simple man making his way through the galaxy, of course.
Basically a society completely dedicated to the art of war.
The show The Mandalorian is awesome. Like, it's really great. Book of Boba Fett wanted a little more from it, to be honest.
And what's a self-respecting Mandalorian without his Mandalorian armor? Inherited from his dad, Fett's armor is made out of Beskar.
Yep, Beskar.
Mandalorian iron. Beskar is one of the
it's a little different comparing the movies to the comics.
Tough enough to resist thermal detonator blasts and lightsaber strikes. Even bolts of lightning that can vaporize people aren't enough to harm the armor itself.
Which is pretty crazy when you think about it.
and even has 360-degree vision. And
Ooh.
his wrist-mounted vambraces, designed to counteract a Force user's powers, come with a variety of indispensable tools, like a flamethrower, fiber cord whip, mini concussion rocket, laser beam, and forearm blades. But
Yeah.
when Fett wants to take his opponent by surprise, he breaks out the kneecap rockets. Not since the butt machine.
I know, right? You don't expect it.
So devious.
That's quite the
As a
callback.
living Swiss Army gun, Fett prefers long-range combat. So it
Yeah,
helps to
that's
have
fair.
a jetpack for quick getaways, especially one with a rocket that can nuke small spacecrafts. He also has his trusty EE-3 carbine rifle and blaster pistol, which is powerful enough to vaporize a dude in one shot. But should an opponent get too close for comfort, or should his jetpack inevitably malfunction,
Right.
Fett can reacquaint his victims with their maker with his Gatterfee stick, handcrafted by Fett himself as part of a Tusken rite of passage. Kind of like how
Yeah.
Jedi make their lightsabers. Add in your classic flash bombs, sonic bombs, gas bombs, motion sensor bombs, and the uber-powerful thermal detonators, and Fetty's basically
He's got a lightsaber
one-man
too,
army.
of course.
Thermal detonators can annihilate small buildings and even this giant stone bridge. Based on its size and the number of bombs used, each one should be packing around 3.5 tons of TNT. But
Nice.
his weapons aren't all that make Fett so deadly. He's a master marksman, hand-to-hand fighter, and tactician. He'd need to be to take on the Jedi and steal their sweet, sweet laser
yeah.
swords for himself. He
And
outsmarted
wicked
the Jedi
fast,
Master
too.
Mace Windu as just a child, and we know he's fought multiple Jedi after the Purge.
Yeah.
In the old Legends timeline, he even fought Darth Vader twice. The same Vader who can dogfight at near light speed.
Exactly.
That's why he
A ton of
stepped down
Jedi
all
can
those
do
tools
that, you
to
know?
distract and confuse Jedi and their space magic long enough to get a clean kill.
And while he has a professional code of honor, when it comes to combat, Fett will use any underhanded tactics he can think of, perfect for fighting honorable Jedi. As my personal hero once said.
And some predators are pretty
"Silly
honorable,
Jedi,
so...
If only he was here right now to kill all these stupid meatbags."
That's probably not good.
I'm so sorry, dummy.
Boba can
But yeah, as I
crumble
was saying, like,
stone
Predator
doors
is
with
pretty
ease,
honorable,
outrace
so
explosions
interesting
with his
combination.
jetpack, and was shot through the chest and just walked it off. He was, and I quote, very angry about
Right.
it. Not even the Sarlacc, the giant monster space vagina itself, was able to hold him. No matter
Not
the
forever, at
continuity.
least, yeah.
Even into middle age, Boba remained a force to be reckoned with. In the older timeline, he led the Mandalorians to victory in the Yuzon Vong War, and even trained the Jedi Jaina Solo to defeat her brother, who just so happened to be a Dark Lord of the Sith.
Oh, yeah.
I guess even Boba was able to overcome his anti-Jedi prejudices. And then Disney
Good for
axed
him.
all that. But who gives a
Well,
shit when
right,
you're
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
pretty on Jabba's throne like an absolute pimp? Or like a bantha.
Like a bantha, yes.
Cad Bane in a duel. Possibly the greatest bounty hunter the galaxy had ever seen up until that point. Second greatest now is, and look at that dog!
I was pretty excited to see him in
Some
Book of
that
Boba Fett, not gonna
hot
lie.
shot burst energy I see. So if you ever find yourself in Fett's crosshairs, don't bother running. You'll only die tired.
Nice. Making him sound really cool.
This episode of
As
Death
he
Battle
is.
sponsored
But
by
now let's move on to
wireless
Predator,
technology.
because Predator is also awesome, and we'll see what he's all about.
The year was 1987.
Okay.
In the balmy jungles
Well, yeah, that
of
was the
Central
first
America,
movie,
an
yeah.
elite American Spec Ops unit would come into conflict with Soviet-backed insurgents. Their mission was a success, but little did they know, they were the ones being hunted. It was almost as if the jungle itself was killing them, but in reality,
So this
it was
is
a
the
traveler
jungle
from
hunter
beyond the
predator
stars,
that they were
a
referring to
superhuman
here.
killing machine whose
'Cause it's the
entire
first
life
one.
was devoted to murder. This was a predator, and these men were its prey.
Yeah.
And this alien hunter had more than enough gnarly gadgets to take Arnie and his crew down, like the plasma
Arnie.
caster, a shoulder-mounted laser cannon. It has a tracking system connected to the predator's
Well, we're jumping right into this, huh?
allows him to see in X-ray, UV, and night vision. This is on top of the predator's own unique way of seeing, through natural infrared sight. Essentially,
Right.
he tracks individuals by recognizing differences in heat signatures. Too bad humans can't do the
Does
same.
Boba Fett have a
The
counter for
predator's
that? I didn't really
full-body
catch it if he
light-bending
did.
camouflage makes him invisible to the
I
naked
don't know.
human eye, letting him blend into the shadows and pick off his prey one by one.
I feel like Boba has a
But
counter
as
for
ruthless
that,
as
though,
sounds,
but
the predator is
again,
actually an
to each his
honorable
own.
fighter who relishes the chance to fight up close and personal with his iconic wrist blades. And guess what? For as bad as this one predator was, this dude wasn't even that special. In fact, he was actually kind of a noob.
Right,
There's a
here we
whole
go.
planet of these guys. These are the Yautja. Yautja? Yautja?
Thought it was, yeah, the
I
Yautja.
never actually see it in the movies. Yautja society.
I thought it was the
is based
Yautja,
around
but
one
I don't
thing,
know.
Hunting. The bigger and deadlier the game, the more honor slaying it brings.
Which is why the Predators take on muscly 80s action heroes for breakfast.
Just one failed hunt forever dooms a Yautja to humiliation or death. And since Yautja lifespans can last hundreds of years, that would mean that Elder Hunters have centuries of combat experience and have never been defeated.
The Elder Hunters is what
literally kept
they're
winning
talking
for
about here,
hundreds
yeah.
of years.
And this is the kind of Predator we're looking at
There we
today.
go. Which again,
The only way to become a
makes total
fully
sense.
independent hunter, a blooded hunter, is to slay their equally dangerous rivals, the Xenomorph, with bulletproof skin, acid blood,
Alien versus
and
Predator,
retractable
everyone.
penis mouth. These aliens are dangerous enough to take down even the best Yautja hunters.
Which is why they carry a greatly diversified arsenal compared to the original Jungle Hunter. These more exotic weapons are earned over the course of numerous successful hunts and are proof of a Yautja's mastery and experience. Like the retractable combi sticks, net guns, and controllable smart discs that vibrate at supersonic speeds.
Allowing them to kill their ultimate equally dangerous rival.
And what's that?
Gary Busey.
Gary
They even
Busey,
carry
okay.
a portable EMP that will disrupt all electronic devices in the vicinity, forcing their prey to fight them on their terms.
Ooh.
Which is when they break out their plasma.
That might be a bit bad for
sight
Boba,
made of
actually.
laser energy.
Depending,
This
you know.
dark plasma the scythe emits cannot be stopped by conventional matter. Instead of merely cutting a target, its energy passes through their body, ensuring their victim will die in as little as 4 hits.
Even without his arsenal,
Well,
the Predator is a literal beast.
that
He's
might
strong enough
be
to
a
tear
problem
apart
for the
2 inches of
armor,
steel
actually.
Like it was tissue paper, casually invent the first Mortal Kombat fatality, and give Mother Nature the finger. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh shit!
It helps that Yautja armor is
I like
plasma
that.
forged, making it incredibly durable.
The Predator is tough enough to tank huge gas explosions and fast enough to dodge laser beams.
But even if a Predator
Right.
is defeated, he is expected to perform one final
So I guess,
rite.
yeah, I guess I didn't know
Activating a
that.
countdown
Predator
to a
can dodge
nuclear
lasers.
explosion that vaporizes everything within 300 city blocks. Based on the size
Yeah.
of that blast, this would be exploding with 15 times the energy as the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
164
So
kilotons.
when a Pred wants you dead, there's no escape. Not even an army of Xenomorphs.
They didn't give a
and their
number
queen
like
army
that
to
for
take the
Boba,
toughest
but maybe they will
Predators
later.
down. When even Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger shits his pants in your very presence, you know you're as badass as they come. A goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus.
I wouldn't describe it like that at all, but okay.
This episode is
You do
sponsored
you.
by HelloFresh. Go enjoy.
I know that
I'll
after a
admit,
long
I'm
day,
impressed from what they showed for the Predator.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle, and let's pause it. Okay, so in terms of predicting this, it's interesting because I feel like both of these characters have pretty strong counters for each other. Like with Boba Fett, again, he has like a ton of different like sensory and tracking items, which I think would be able to counter Predator's invisibility. Almost said invincibility. Invisibility. In terms of Predator, though, what? He has, like, this weapon that can pass through material? Like, if so, could it pass through, you know, Boba Fett's armor? Or it said it was plasma, right? Are they going to compare that to the lightsaber? Because if they're comparing it to the lightsaber, then that means Boba Fett could actually probably resist it, since he's taken a lot of, since Beskar can take a lot of lightsaber blows. But if they're calling it as it is and just saying, oh no, it can like pass through any material, then that might be an issue for Boba Fett, because he could still die even if the armor isn't pierced, you know, if there's a way to do that, right? And yeah, there was a lot for Predator. Like, there was the self-destruction bomb, and I believe Death Battle has said before that if someone uses self-destruction to kill their opponent, then the character that used self-destruction wins the fight, because they killed the opponent, even if they kill themselves. So, if that is strong enough to kill Boba Fett, but also kills him, then I think Predator would win. But I feel like, though, that would only be if Boba Fett could not kill the Predator himself. Because I feel like, you know, they wouldn't just say, oh, you know, Predator wins because he could kill Boba Fett and himself, but then Boba Fett also has win cons where Boba Fett doesn't kill himself, you know what I mean? So I almost feel like they'd want to opt for that more, unless, you know, Boba Fett really doesn't have any win cons that are nearly as likely as that, you know? But then again, Predator might not even need that to beat Boba Fett. I don't know. You know, they both have a lot of weapons. They both seem to have, like, pretty similar reactions. I actually was not aware that Predator could react at light speed, or at least, you know, dodge light speed lasers. That's really interesting. That's really cool. I guess part of the comics that I just missed in terms of the info, but... Anyway, the point is they seem to be fairly even in terms of reactions. I think Boba Fett should still be faster, though, considering he's fought so many Jedi, and they can, you know, move way faster than just 1 times the speed of light. But, you know, maybe they'll say they're around even, which, you know, whatever, fair enough. I don't think speed is going to be the biggest thing anyway. They also specifically said that Boba Fett does not like fighting up close, and that, you know, that can be an issue. And normally I would say, well, no, that wouldn't be an issue. But again, if Predator can really hurt Boba Fett, you know, without needing to necessarily pierce through the armor, then that could be an issue. I still want to say, though, that in general, Boba Fett has fought more powerful opponents. Like, I'm not sure if Predator has fought anything like a Jedi, unless I'm severely underestimating the Xenomorphs or something, you know? So, from that logic, I want to say, well, then, like, Boba Fett has had so much experience that he should just be able to outwit Predator, and that's it. But Predator is also, you know, incredibly cunning. So, yeah, this is tough. This actually is tough. They made it really tough on me. Unless I really missed something. Because, like, they can both survive explosions. They both have, like, durable armor. I want to say Boba Fett's armor is more durable. But again, if Predator can easily get through it, then it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Honestly, it seems like, based on what they said, like, just in this pre-analysis section, that Predator might have it better. But again, they might give some numbers out for Boba Fett later, you know, saying like, oh, well, he could actually survive 164 kilotons of TNT. I don't know, you know, and then say, well, that's why the self-destruction wouldn't work. And then also say, well, again, maybe Predator's weapon is comparable to lightsabers, which, by the way, they might not even say. Like, that's just something I'm pulling out of my ass right now. I don't even know if they're going to say that. But that'd be, like, the best way I could see them arguing why Boba Fett could resist it, you know? So yeah, honestly, I really have no idea. My gut is still saying that Boba Fett has what it takes to win, but, like, with all the facts being laid out there, I would not be surprised if Predator has exactly what he needs to win. So you know what? I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna leave it there and watch the fight and see what happens. So let's get started. I know it's a 3D fight, or, you know, 3D model. Is this SFM? I don't know. Either way, I'm excited. So there's the invisibility. Ooh. Someone beat me to it. Oh yeah, they both have laser fire, but they're both fast enough to dodge lasers, you know? You're mine. Ooh! Nice shot. Again, with the 360-degree vision. That would help. Use the kneecap missile or whatever. Oh boy. Is your jetpack out already, bro? Are you serious? Alright. Track's pretty fitting. I think so, anyway. Oh, the whip. He just cuts right through it. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Damn. Right to the face. They move pretty fluidly, you know. This is pretty fun. Oh! Oh, smart disc. The supersonic speeds, but I think Boba Fett could handle that, right? I don't know. I still want Boba to win. Oh boy. Oh! Oh! That's not good at all. Well, that's not it. Don't scream in victory just yet. Alright. Oh, but he's not there anymore, I'm assuming. Amateur. Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a bigger explosion than I was expecting. There's the lightsaber! I was waiting for that. I was hoping they were going to use that. That looks pretty sick.
You are one ugly motherfucker.
Alright, oh. I really have no idea what's going to happen. I love it when these are unpredictable. Oh boy! Oh. Where'd he go? Did he have a counter for... I'm gonna have to hear the explanation if that's what they're going for, but that looks deadly. Oh, here we go. Self-destruction, I think.
I'll be taking this. Fools.
Well, there we go. And... he's still there. Mission accomplished, huh? I think so. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Boba Fett!
Man, Boba was
I'm happy to see him win, but I gotta hear how.
As a one-armed man.
Despite the Predator's fearsome power and experience, Fett's versatility and arsenal allowed him to survive this hunt.
While Boba could crumple steel, the Predator could easily tear straight through it, making him the stronger of the two.
But
All
while
right.
the Predator could dodge laser beams, Fett could match Force users with near light speed reactions, making them similar in speed.
However,
That's where I
the
thought they were
major
going with it,
difference
yeah.
was durability.
While the Predators are definitely tough, Fett's Beskar armor covers more of his body, and would easily resist almost all of a Predator's arsenal.
Yeah,
Like
for
the
sure.
plasma caster, usually hot enough to blast a hole through anything. But you know what else is made of plasma? Lightsabers.
There we
Which
go.
rounds up Beskar, no problem.
Specialized tools like the plasma sight,
But that's what I was
its ability
thinking
to
of.
bypass conventional matter, could manage to kill Fett with a few lucky hits.
Okay.
However, Fett's jetpack and long-range arsenal allowed him to fight safely from a distance.
And
That's
Fett's kit
fair.
countered a lot of what Predator could do. His helmet's infrared could see past Pred's camouflage.
Oh, yeah.
His flamethrower messed with Pred's thermal vision, and nothing the
Oh,
Predator
that's
had
what
could
that was.
withstand
Okay.
a lightsaber strike.
Also, the Predator's EMP could not disable Fett's armor, considering Beskar has withstood bolts of electromagnetic energy before
Right.
without short circuit.
I actually completely
It's not
forgot
to say
about
the Predator
that.
was totally outmatched. He had
But
a
that
lot
was
of
something I was
similar
worried about
gear,
before.
And a peak Predator would have had centuries of combat experience backing him up. Way more than Boba.
However,
Right.
Fett was generally trickier. Predators fight with a code of honor, and rarely, if
That's another thing I forgot to bring up, but I was totally thinking
Well,
about
Fett
at
isn't
some point.
totally without honor. He still employs dirty tactics to win fair fights, and was more likely to outfox the Pred given the chance.
Of course, none of that would have mattered had the Predator taken them both out with his nuclear suicide bomb.
Right.
At its epicenter, it would have been more than powerful enough to fry Fett. At its epicenter. The further away you are from the center of a blast, the less energy you're getting hit with.
Right.
By our calculations, Boba only needed to get about 50 meters away before the energy he was tanking was only about as much as your average thermal detonator, which the
I
Beskar
see.
can survive. And given the countdown lasts 40 seconds, there was more than enough time.
40
especially with a
seconds.
jetpack.
Well,
Arnie escaped the same attack.
Yeah, I'd
just
say
by
he has enough
sprinting.
time.
But perhaps the most important difference is the scope of their prey. Xenomorphs
That's
are
what I was
definitely
saying.
Deadly, but they're not quite as dangerous as a master.
Okay, I'm
force
happy I got that
user
right. I got
flying
something
those
right.
Starships around like they're made of paper. Fett was definitely prepared for anything the Predator could throw at him, even space magic. The Predator was as deadly and skilled as they come, but Fett's cunning, arsenal, and
Boba Fett
impenetrable
finally gets a win, guys.
Congrats
I'm definitely
to
happy.
Boba. Give him a hand. Oh wait, he's already got one.
Everyone in Star Wars loses their
winner
hands.
is Boba Fett.
Alright, congratulations, Boba Fett.
If you want more Death Battle ASAP, why not grab a membership? You'll get exclusive
Yeah, why not,
emails,
guys?
live chat, live streams, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Just click that join button. Thanks for watching.
Now, I already know what this reveal is, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let me just get ready to pause it. I can talk about it. Oh, hang on. So the Desk of Death Battle, new season. Okay, I didn't know about that, actually. That's going to be interesting. I'll definitely want to check that out. But yeah, the next episode, which is like a bonus episode of Death Battle, is being sponsored by Warframe. They revealed this at RTX, by the way. That's how I know about this ahead of time. But yeah, no, it's sponsored by Warframe, and it's Excalibur, which is a Warframe character, versus Raiden from Metal Gear. So this is a bonus episode in the same way that the 7 Battle Royale from 2 years ago was a bonus episode. So it comes out next week. It's not like an official episode that will go towards the episode count, but it's still, you know, it's still an episode that they're going to be making, you know, a fight and analysis and everything, I'm assuming. So yeah, no, I'll definitely want to check that out when it comes out. I don't think I'll be making a prediction for it though, because I don't have a lot of time to do it, and, you know, I don't really know anything about Excalibur or Warframe or anything like that. And it's a bonus episode too. I don't usually like doing predictions for bonus episodes. But that's personally just me though. So don't expect a prediction video from me, but I will still react to it if you guys really want me to. But anyway, don't really have too much to say about that. You know, I'm sure after that, you know, Death Battle will be taking a break, and then we'll come back with the second half of season 2. Not season 2, the second half of season 9. But yeah, no, we'll just have to wait a little while for that. But I guess that's really it for that. I'm excited for Death Battle 2. Talking about this episode, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought the animation for the most part looked really fluid, really solid. I thought, you know, there weren't too many moments where I thought like, oh, that looks pretty bad. Like, I actually enjoyed a lot of the scenery and a lot of the, you know, animation moments that the animation had. So I really appreciated that. I think they represented the characters in the animation pretty well as well. Like, I think, you know, Predator fighting with honor, and, you know, Boba Fett, you know, outsmarting him and all that. Like, I think that was all done really well. I thought it had good escalation to it. And I really love when the fights are unpredictable, because I really had no idea where it was going, and I really didn't know who was going to win. And again, part of that was because I just wasn't paying close enough attention, clearly, to the analysis. I find it really funny how, like, I made the lightsaber comparison, and I kind of got that right, but it was with the wrong weapon. Like, the plasma casters, you know, that's what they were comparing to the lightsabers. I thought they were going to do, like, the other weapon that could potentially bypass the Beskar. So, you know, I guess I'll get half a point for that. I don't know, but either way, like, the analysis also, like, I think the pre-analyses actually said, like, basically enough that I would need in order to predict that Boba Fett would win. They didn't reveal too much towards the end. You know, it is a bit of a leap in logic, you know, well, not a leap in logic, but you really have to think about it in order to say, oh yeah, well, Boba Fett could survive the explosion if he was far away enough. But to be fair, like, the explosion, if it really takes that long to count down, then yeah, no, I could definitely see Boba Fett getting out of there in time, especially with the jetpack and all that, you know? And I thought, you know, they went over a lot of good information for the characters. The post-analysis makes enough sense to me. I still want to say that, you know, Boba Fett fighting Jedi and Sith, especially as much as he has, would put him well beyond just 1 times the speed of light, but for the purposes of this fight, it doesn't even really matter to me. And yeah, I could definitely buy Predator being physically stronger. There are characters like Boba Fett who have taken on characters like Wookiees before, though, which, you know, would still be incredibly strong, but in terms of, like, looking at Boba Fett and Predator specifically, it doesn't surprise me at all that Predator, on average, just has, like, stronger feats, or better feats of strength, I guess. So yeah, totally fair. And yeah, it's like a lot of their weaponry was evenly matched, but not all of it. You know, Boba Fett's armor, kind of like Black Panther versus Batman. It's like, if you don't have a lot that can get through that armor, you're kind of screwed, you know? And if one character has ways to avoid all your attacks, then you're really screwed at that point. And I do like how, you know, even though this, like, this version of Predator, you know, would have a lot of experience under his belt, you know, Boba Fett's still, like, in terms of, like, their fighting styles and their prey, it just means that Boba Fett was more suited to win a fight like this, which is pretty reminiscent of what I was saying in my prediction video. So in terms of the analyses, don't really have an issue with them. I think they did a good job, like, Death Battle did a good job of describing the characters and reasoning out a winner. There was still part of me that was thinking that Boba Fett was going to win, but I will admit that I was getting kind of confused, you know, listening to the analyses, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I think they just did a really good job of representing the characters, and I focused on some things maybe a little too much and some other things maybe not enough, but again, that's on me, that's not on them at all. So I enjoyed the fight, I enjoyed the analyses, there were some pretty funny jokes in it, so yeah, overall, really solid episode. Season 9, man, has just been, like, really consistent. If I make a ranking video, like, for the first half of Season 9, it's gonna be really hard for me to judge, like, how I'm gonna rank them. And I've seen a lot of people's rankings, you know, of the of the season so far, you know, before this episode came out, and they are like all over the place. And it makes sense to me because a lot of these episodes, to me at least, are very close in quality. They, like, season 9 has just been really consistent. So I think this was a pretty satisfying way to end the first half of season 9, at least for me. If a lot of you guys hated the episode, then hey, like, that's all right, I guess. But yeah, that's personally my opinion on it. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Who do you think should have won? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, comment your comments down below, subscribe if you could too, that would be amazing. No matter what you guys do though, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for me. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.